Okay. Dual Destinies. Continue. Did it save? No. Okay, hold on. We did this already. Main menu. I'm pretty sure we can chapter select. Do you know why it didn't save? We quit out of the cutscene because it automatically started playing the cutscene for the next fucking chapter, and we didn't want to do that. I'm pretty sure we can start it from here. Yes. Good. Good. I'm glad. Here we go. The courtroom bombing incident. A terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in this dark age of the law! Mr. Wright brought it to a resolution of sorts. This was the first case. Ted Tonate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. If only it were that simple. Somehow, I can't help but think that there's a darker influence at work! One that's lurking in the shadows, waiting! That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. Oh, this happened simultaneously. After all, I've got more than a few personal stakes in it. Is this happening at the same time as the bombing one? Oh, fuck. Cutscene.
Until launch. Please begin your final equipment check. Check complete. Everything's A-okay. We're ready here whenever you are.
Oh shit, that wasn't the part that was supposed to explode.
Come in at 2. Come in. Do you copy?
Uh-oh. Are we going to space court? Oh shit! There's no laws in space! Oh fuck! The only one to uphold the law, Space Cop. In spacesuits, no one can hear you scream. Very good, everyone. Very good. Hold on. I feel like I should turn... I don't know why I haven't done this before, but I feel like I should turn on chat for this, like, scene. Where is... Do I have that embedded in here? No, I don't. Square jar extra life. No. Oh well, forget it. I think it's too complicated to add that live right now. I'll remember that for next time. Anyway, okay. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. It was a good try. It was a good try. I looked at the list of layers that I had included in this scene, and my chat box wasn't there. Oh well. Time for another trial to begin. Do you really want me? Like, I mean, I can add this. Do we want? Are you trying to get me to break my I just put it on the screen, but I don't know where it's going to appear. Can someone type a message? It's not, doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, that's broken. Okay, remove that. See, the thing is, I'm using... Chatbox, ROM casting. I know that one works. That's not what I wanted. Is that too small to read? That might be too small to read. A little bigger. My head's here! December 1st is the real Y2K. Actually, here, you know what I can do? There we go. Okay, I'm good with this. I'm gonna move this down. And lock it. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cool. There we go. I'm glad we took the time to do that. Great. Put it off screen. Cosmic brain solution for Cosmic Turnabout. I like it. Okay. Hold on. Let me start this from the beginning. Time for another trial to begin. But this one's different. Also, yes, Apollo is... for those of you who forgot, Apollo is very brooding in this case. Also, hello there, Sword. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, he's currently... I'm pretty sure he's currently wearing an eye patch. He's not in here, is he? No. Here's the magician. Who's this? The victim in the case, he was a Hat 2 crew member and a close friend of mine. Oh, okay. So we're playing... Yeah, we're definitely playing as Apollo here. So we can't see a picture of Apollo. Sorry to bother you, but... Oh, it's Junie. Are you alright, Apollo? Was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi, Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was just doing my Chords of Steel exercises. Now I'm all ready to go. Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, I brought you a present from my garden. Is this a lotus root? That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future. Oh, fuck. Is there time travel happening? It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and... Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now. Oh, my. Mmm, crunch. Kinda tough, though. You can't eat it raw, but thank you for the enthusiastic try. Oops, if she didn't think me weird before, she will now. I've got to calm down. Apollo! I'm sorry I'm late! Hi, Thena. Junie, I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You sly little thing, you. Athena, stop. Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's about to start any second. Is everything all set? Oh, Apollo, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out? Figure out what? Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. This is it. It's all over for me. They're gonna find me guilty. This is our client, one Mr. Solomon Saul Starbuck. Who shit themselves? Penny? Do you want out of the room? Maybe you should have thought about that. Thank you. Me and Great Newtons had a discussion about this before. I was like, Penny's still in this room and she doesn't want to leave, so at some point I'm gonna say, talk about Penny and you gotta open the door for her. And it happened, and she's gone now. Shitting yourself is what spacesuits are for. Real? Yeah, you know what? Actually, you're right. I guess. Best Newtons is on the case, yeah. Not just Great Newtons, Best Newtons. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. You wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We'd ask about space travel, and he'd launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. Shit, now we're defending him? Oh boy. Are you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo? Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder. Thanks, but... I was supposed to be in space right about now. He's so depressed, it almost seems like an act. The launch getting called off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again. Don't say that. Don't stop believing. Besides, you just have to go into space again. Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I rotted away in a cell. Clay Terran, I can't believe he was murdered. I mean, he was such a promising astronaut under your command. Yeah, he was a good guy, always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. Terran, I see what they did there. Yeah. Everyone's names. Hello there, economist. Welcome. Okay, he was this guy's mentor. And this is Apollo's friend. Okay. This guy's the same. Oh no, Phoenix Ray is 1 year older. Okay. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." I don't think there's a space pervert. I don't think this is a space pervert. How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh? Apollo's the same age as Clay. He's 24. 23, sorry. I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down. He said he used to go hang out. He used to go. This dude. No, he was saying that he used to go hang out at the space center where this guy worked, and this guy would give him this guy would give them a tour. Also, he's their mentor. He's like a teacher to them. 23 has the perfect age to bring down the dark age of the law. Yeah. Clay's gone and I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now. Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. Ah, what is it? What's with the yelling? I'll get to the bottom of this today! You'll see. And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise? Does that mean you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence? Oh, well, about that. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd have liked, thanks to the police. Fucking police. I'm done for. I'm a goner. Everybody thinks I did it. I thought I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna crash like a meteorite. No, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck. Don't count yourself out yet. I know it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going. And what about you, Apollo? What about me? I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend? We need to focus on the trial right now. Are you all ready to go? Apollo! The trial's about to begin. If the defense would please proceed into the courtroom. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is one trial I can't afford to lose. Open your heart to her. I don't think Athena's gonna get in the way of Junie's crush on Apollo, though. I'm pretty sure, like, Athena wouldn't do that. She's being bros. Hello there, plans. Welcome. Are we doing ring fit reps and squeeze both of those? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are still in the dark age of the law, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it was only supposed to do 5. Well, I would do 8 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, okay, so this entire game is about the Dark Age of the Law! I wouldn't want anything to do with a rat. You can't trust someone who lies. I mean, she didn't lie. She was telling the truth. That was the problem. Has to for the sake of the prophecy. Okay, let's go. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. Let the heart of cards be your guide, Apollo. It's definitely not 15 on each side, plans. Court's now in session. All rise! Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck. Yes, Apollo does have the eye patch, and he's brooding. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Excuse me, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor? What happened to your eye? I'm fine! The defense is ready, Your Honor. Are you sure? I don't... I'm fine, Your Honor! The defense is ready! I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty. I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss. Maybe he's entering a touchy age. The Dark
I have
Age
a plan.
of the law?
I'll rise it that a knockoff All Might, or maybe the communist hero I'll rise.
Wait, no, what knockoff? Oh, no, he's definitely, no. I'm pretty sure this predates My Hero Academia. Maybe? I'm actually not sure. Pretty sure. I'm fine. Very well. And the prosecution. The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Hi, Blackwell. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Hmm? Did he just break his chains immediately? My Hero Academia is pretty good. It's a pretty good anime. Oh, he didn't have his hawk. There we go. Had to have his bird friend. Obviously. Yeah, watch My Hero Macadamia. I forgot about that. That's good. That's a good callback. The prosecution is now ready. Well, it didn't take him long this time. What's up with Blackwell? Now then, I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
I'll do it. You will? What an unexpected surprise. This time, I can't leave it to anyone else. I see. Something is off with the two of you today. Sorry, my eye was bothering me. Ugh. Deku, hey there, Break Our Bones. I hope you're doing well tonight. Actually, it's like, it's the early morning for you, isn't it? 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. Is it 4:30 in the morning? Good morning to you, Break Our Bones. You could get an eye patch like Apollo, yeah. 4:32, nice. You both seem different somehow. Very well. Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement if you would. It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. That famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right? Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, a rocket was set to launch from there. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could even move the rocket to the launch sites. Kaboom! Blammo! 2 explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled. My word, 2 bombs, how dreadful. The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and the murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck. For whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in. Solomon Starbuck, I recognize that name. Isn't he the famous astronaut? Correct your baldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the HAT-1 rocket 7 years ago. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend. Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right? That is a haircut. Okay. Actually, does he just have like a mohawk that's just like flat on his... Okay, I don't... What time is it for you? Plans. It is, 11, 10, 9. It's 8. It's 8:30 for you, right? You're 3 hours. You're West Coast. You're PST. Or are you middle? No, is Carl... I actually don't know if you're middle or if you're on PST. It's one or the other. Also, hello there, Lightning Esper. Hello. They even turned that incident into a movie and everything. We've got a real space pioneer in court today. It's 7:35? They're 4 hours? No, I didn't know that. No, it's gotta be, it's 8, right? It's 3 hours, isn't it? Yeah, you... Oh, it's 9? Oh, 2 hours, okay. MST Middle Standard Time? 9:35, okay. It's 8:35 in California. Okay, see, I didn't realize, I thought Colorado was on PST, but apparently not. I don't know my fucking geography. Sorry, I don't know my US geography. Plans, I honestly thought that you were in PST. Okay, anyway. But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand. Ah, yes. The victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant. Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor. Stabbed to death, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing? Plans? No, Plans, we don't make fun of PTSD here. Don't use it as a punchline. Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so he was sent not into space, but to the universe which we mortals cannot see. Clay. I think I've heard enough. The case seems pretty clear-cut at this point. No, it fucking doesn't! Hold. Did you guys not pay attention to what Blackwell said? Like, why the fuck? There's no motive for him to bomb the spaceship he was about to get on. Okay, what the fuck ever. See, okay, listen, what, okay, I teach geography now, we do stuff with time zones in North America, and I pretend not to know what's funny when the kids learn how to pronounce Regina properly. Yep. We're talking about time travel here, we're distracted, that's also true. I also paid attention, still lock him up. Yeah, I know, people keep mentioning Casual Slam Jam because of all the time travel that's happening, but he's probably purposely not watching. Because there is time travel. It's not actual time travel, though. That's the thing, it's just telling the events of the story there he's recalling. Recalling something is not time travel. If you think of something that happened in the past, you're not time traveling to the past. Like, right? Okay. Okay. However, there is one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! What purpose does it serve exactly? Wait. Was Apollo wearing the eye patch before the case took place? Okay. Since you asked so nicely, it's your coffin. Ah! Have mercy on me! I jest. It's evidence. Due to its immense size, we've little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time. Okay, so we as the audience know something that they don't know, right? We know that that's the case that had that's the case for the bomb that blew up the courtroom. So I think this is the trial where the courtroom gets blown up. So Apollo didn't hurt his eye from the bombing. His eye, he already had the eye patch before the bombing happened. Because this case is still intact. So we know that this ends with a fucking... the court blowing up. No, that's not spoilers! We're putting things together! Yes, okay, so, I'm pretty sure I've been trying to figure out the fucking timeline. This is not spoilers! The timeline is that this is happening simultaneously at the same time as the first case. Like, this is happening, not simultaneously, this is the same day that the courtroom bombing happens on.
Economist 42. So you're saying someone set us up the bomb?
Yes! All your bases belong to Ted Tonate. You're right, I remember the lettering, yeah. Right? That's no, it's not spoilers, listen. What is this supposed to be, December 5th? I can look it up. Turnabout countdown. Or no, December 16th, sorry.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yes, this is December 16th. This first day is December 16th. So yeah, it is the exact same day. Okay. Phew, I feel like I just lost 50 years off of my life. Does he even have 50 years left? Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue. Enough jabbering. Bobby Fulbright's the name. In justice we trust. What time zone does the case take place in? No! Listen, there's no clocks involved. I don't think there's any clocks involved in this case. There's clocks involved in a lot of other cases. I don't think it's involved in this one, though. I don't think there's gonna be a time zone difference. Detective Fulbright. Very well then. Please explain the details of this incident to the court, if you would. On it! First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Here we are. For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building, take a look at this cross-section that we, the police, have created. See the launch pad in the main building? The launch pad is the square building, and the rounded structure is the main building, right? You got it. The incident took place in Launchpad 1 and the main building's lounge. I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It'll make it easier to understand. Yes, the very first case is about a clock, and that's not the only one. I'm pretty sure there are multiple cases about clocks, but I do not think that this is one of them. Details of the case. Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom! Boom! One on the second floor of the Space Center's main building, and one in Launchpad 1. Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launchpad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after the escape, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death. A murder on top of a bombing. If this is the same day as the bomb, why didn't you have these items on? Because you don't carry the items through the cases. That would be spoilers. Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct? Yep, thinking he'd sabotaged the bombing, the defendant attacked and killed the victim. Just look at this tragic photo! Damn. Oh my, is that a knife in the victim's chest? Yes, Your Honor, it is the knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams. We couldn't get any prints off of it, though, because the defendant was in his spacesuit. No fingerprints could be lifted. Apollo dropped the evidence from this case when the bomb went off like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, there we go. By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in this photograph? We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor. I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all. Yes, it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What is this round thing next to the victim in this photo? Something so important to the victim he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contained asteroid samples. Well, obviously valuable for research purposes. It has no relation to this case. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I see. So, we know that the bomb in the main building was on the 2nd floor. But, where was the bomb that was in Launchpad 1 located? That one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the Launchpad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram and report into the record. Okay. The trials just started and we're already in a bind. You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? What the 2 astronauts were doing during the bombing, that'll be the key. Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom! Boom! There we go.
Hold it!
Press. How powerful were the explosions? Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down. But the room it went off in was burned black. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Due in large part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation. Wait. What were you doing in there in the first place, Detective Fulbright? I'm Bobby Fulbright, hero of justice. I'll be there wherever and whenever people need my help. I go to the other side of the world or even to the edge of the universe. Oh, is he the space cop? I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is. But I guess I'll leave that one alone. Admirable decision, Justice Dono. Huh? What'd he decide? Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center that time? Oh yeah. If you watch Sonic in, like the PAL version of Sonic, or PAL, is that pronounced PAL? I don't know. It's fucking awful. It's like nightmares. It's slowed down and it sounds terrible. PAL song is my favorite, fun fact. Yep, it's really bad. Also, yeah, I think he did. Yeah, hold on. Blackquill 100% did read Apollo's mind. Yes, you are correct. That does happen a few times. Like, they break that wall a few times. I haven't noticed it in a while, though. Oh, the music is fixed in Sonic 2 and 3. That's good. That's good. The bomb cut the power to the central bank of elevators and the third floor lounge. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup. And how did the evacuation go? I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter. The basement shelter? Hey there, Wintermute, welcome. I hope you're doing well tonight. Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center. An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram. Right down there. The Space Center's pretty impressive to have its own shelter. Okay. The power outage and the evacuation seem unrelated to the murder at this point. I guess I'll leave that aside for now. So, there were 2 explosions in total, correct? Yep, that's right. One on the second floor of the Space Center's main building and one in Launchpad 1. Wait, was that all the same thing that we pressed? Wow, that was a lot of dialogue for, like, one press. Whoa. I need some water. Okay.
Hold it!
Okay, so let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives. Huh? What are you talking about? If the defendant really did plant the bomb on his own rocket, he'd get caught in the explosion as well. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive. Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia. Astrophobia? What's that? A fear of space, naturally. Just the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so, in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute. What do you think his face tattoo says? It's just Athena. It's like a little pattern of different widgets. I'm fine. The pattern on his bracelet. Athena's boy. Very good. I'd love to say Athena was here, yeah. That's absurd. Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these. Ooh. Pills! What are they? These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defendant's possessions. So, what? Maybe he has a... what? Why are you gonna shame him about that? Apparently he was taking them in secret to quell his fears. There was a multitude of problems with the rocket Mr. Starbuck rode 7 years ago. Rumor has it, it threatened to crash a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
Objection!
But that doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship.
Silence.
The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name now, could he? No, not after the media had branded him Sol Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions, the defendant could hardly run away like some base mutt. What, so that's why you think he resorted to the bombing? Naturally, he constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the Space Center. which would effectively abort the launch, but spare his reputation. It's actually a tattoo of an eye patch, but it's still healing. That's really funny. I haven't launched my Switch, or I haven't touched my... You know what? The update downloaded for the Switch while I was playing Age of Calamity before. That's what that update was. I haven't actually checked my Switch, though, to see the new update. Ugh. Now I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal. Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launch Pad 1 at the time.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was only the 2 of them? It was just before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course it was only those 2. Well, there could have been somebody else inside that rocket.
Silence.
The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so. A fingerprint recognition device? It sounds as futuristic and complex as a space center. Literally everyone's phone has a fingerprint sensor now. Man, 2013. Yeah, this whole case is actually extremely suspect. First of all, the fact that the dude would want to blow up his own rocket, and then, like, Fulbright is apparently there doing a blackout evacuation at the same time. Like, there's a lot of shit going on, and we don't know anything because we literally just started with a court case and not an investigation. Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor. Take a look at this photo. This is the door in the lounge with the fingerprint lock. Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through. I see. That is very different from what I had in mind. And there is a record of the number of people that passed through that door yesterday. Or is there a record? Sorry. Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos. Then doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it? Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28. Which icon? Oh, Astroneer. This one? The knife? I don't know what that icon is yet. I don't think they've said anything about where it's from. No one needs proof in the dark age of the law. That's what they want you to think! Oh, the door with the fingerprint lock. Do we have a picture of that yet? I've already forgotten what it looks like. No, we don't have a picture. It's okay. I'm sure we'll see it again. He was when the bombs exploded at 9:28, doing his job directing the launch. And besides, having an alibi. Oh my gosh. Hello there! Ghost Girl Blues, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Can we get a shout out for Ghost Girl Blues? Did you get your shiny Charmander? Did you get your shiny Charmander? I wanna know, I wanna know. If not, I'm just gonna do a chant next time I see you online. You didn't get it? Damn it! Damn it! Well, thank you so much for the raid. You'll get it eventually. I can't believe how long it took you to get that shiny Psyduck, too. Like, it was like several streams. It was surprising. That's very fucking difficult. It seems very difficult to get a shiny. Yeah, the entire week. Yeah, it was nuts. I kept, like, tuning in, and I would check. Like, I'd check in every once in a while. And be like, have you gotten it yet? No. Damn it. Hello, Hell Froze Nova. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Only the coolest people have shiny ducks. Yeah, well, okay. I know I'm not cool. That's fine. God. No, I know you did. Yes, I know you did. Okay, so we just started this case. We don't really know what's going on 100%, but there's a dude that they think blew up his own rocket because he didn't want to go to space. That's basically, that's the summary of what's going on right now. And they were trying to be like, yeah, he didn't want to go to space because he was anxious because his last mission went bad. But we're like, but why would he blow up his own fucking rocket? Anyway. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts. He has a point. I guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. Oh, there we go. Is that the Astroneer logo? It might be the Astroneer logo. I actually don't remember what the Astroneer logo looks like. Is it actually? I'm gonna look this up. Astroneer. No. No, that's like an A. Looks very Astroneer? Okay. The two of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. Hold it, mister. So, well, it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives. In actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. Smash. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct? You got it. In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing. Is there any chance Mr. Terran could have been killed before he boarded the rocket? They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked under their own power. Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space. Mr. Earthman? Yes, yes. Mr. Clay Earthman. And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed. If I may continue my explanation, after the evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue. But after the escape, one of the two was found stabbed to death.
Hold it!
And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. If you all remember from the first case, this was the lady that got killed in the bombing. Oh, fuck. Candace Arm, yeah. Yeah, she got blown up in the courtroom bombing. Yep. And guess what? This is the day that she is... in the courtroom. Okay. Hey there, Em. Welcome. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well tonight. One of them was a detective? Yup, Detective Arms specializes in bombings, you see. Of course she does. She and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant. Two witnesses, huh? And one of them is a detective. I doubt either one... Oh my god, what am I doing? I started reading it in Fulbright's voice, and I'm like, I'm reading Apollo's line. I doubt either one would have anything to say that would help me. I think that pretty much covers the details of the case. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. Candy's nuts! Got him! If this is the truth, then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime. What little I could get out of him only hurt my case. Justice Dono, foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this. Uh-oh. What is it? Footage from a security camera. As the two astronauts emerged from the bowels of Launchpad 1 corridor... Of the Launchpad 1 corridor, sorry. The boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape. Now, I would direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. Which you can see is none other than... the lifeless body of the victim. What? Why were we only showing this evidence right now? Order, I say. This lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting. I should have known Black Quill would have had something like this ready. Can we look at that? Okay. Apollo? How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that footage? Ah, I see what you mean. Whether Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Terran was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him? Why, I believe you're right. Yeah, zoom! Enhance! Sorry. Damn it, I never have this effect ready when I want to do it. Zoom! Enhance! Okay. I always have to, like, look down, because I don't have it, like, bound to a button. I can only zoom in one time. If I want to do the double zoom, I have to go into an entirely separate screen. One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
Silence.
Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a dotard. Dotard? Dotard? I don't know how to say that word. But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body. What do you mean? Fulbright. Explain it to Justice Dono. You got it. Ready, kid? If the murder had occurred in the lounge, someone would have spotted it. Anyone can enter the lounge, after all. But doing it while they were alone in the spaceship, that's a horse of a different color.
Objection!
But you can't deny that there's a possibility that the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Your assertion is based on emotion. It's based in your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could be still alive. Ugh. Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic. But it sounded perfectly logical to me. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close. Objections? Well, Hold it! Hell yeah, Athena! Athena to the rescue! Your Honor! The defense requests a little time to think and regroup. Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need. What is it, Athena? It's just, there's something that's been bothering me. If it isn't the defense stalling for time as always. Very well, I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time. Yes! You have 5 seconds. 5 seconds? Come on. After that, I declare this cross-examination to be closed and a verdict to be rendered. Your baldness, raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown. Oh! Oh! Ready? We don't have time! Spit it out, Athena! Only 3 more seconds. Ah! Look! I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete. Meaning? Meaning there's something missing. Like, they conveniently left it unexplained. Something they didn't explain. Something they didn't explain. Oh! You're right! I think I know what you're talking about. Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you'd like to rebut? Rebute? Sorry, is that... I don't... Damn it! I also haven't saved in a while, so I'm gonna do that. Yes, Your Honor. There actually is.
Rebut as in rebuttal.
Rebut, okay. Yes, classic
Indie
butt with
villain.
an E.
Indict heinous.
Fuck. Yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. There is something the prosecution has yet to make clear to this court. Well, if you put it that way. Okay. We should take a break, because otherwise we're like 15 minutes past the hour almost. And I haven't taken a break yet, and I need more water. So I will be right back, and then we will pick this answer. Yeah. Please, everyone, go grab some water, go grab your snacks, go do a stretch, get up, spin around on your chair. I can't spin around on my chair because then I hit a green screen. So I'm gonna spin halfway around. Do a stretch. Okay. I'll be right back, everyone. Hello, I'm back. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to reading stuff in a judge's voice. Sorry, I'm gonna drink some more water before I do this. What is it that the prosecution has failed to explain? I'm gonna say why the body was moved, because they keep pinning the motive on, like, the fact that he didn't want to go to space. So, I'm gonna ask this question. They have failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. If the defendant wanted to kill the victim... Inconceivable! If the defendant wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through all the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge? Oh, that's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet. That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? Oh shit, we got Blackwell stumped. The prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. But what if the entire premise of that argument is wrong? Then let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice. The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Ah! Fulbright. Explain it for our sad friend here before I nod off to his monotone monologue. Inform him exactly why Spaceboy moved the victim. Huh? They've got to be joking. It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he heroically risked his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera so there'd be a record. At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man. Ah. Dual Destinies was one of the first Ace Attorney games I played, and it's giving me so many war flashbacks watching this. Oh my god. Yeah, this is my favorite Ace Attorney game. I love this one. I think it's because of, like, the game directly before it was Apollo Justice, and I hated that game when it came out. But I love replaying through these games. Like, I played this one back when it came out in 2013. And I haven't played it since, and it's so nice to be able to relive those memories of the dark age of the law! It's because of the love between Apollo and Athena. Definitely. One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship. The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds. Dark Age, more like Dank Age? Hell yeah. I'll smoke to that. Saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames. What a dramatic sob story, fit for the silver screen. Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story. You see, yet the true ending is that all traces of this hammy act were meant to be blown up. Smash. Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion. Wait, what? What are you talking about? There was no third explosion. I have a piece of hair on my lips. Sorry. It's very distracting. Good, cool. I got it all over my hands now. Okay, more lipstick all over the place. Before stream, I was putting on lipstick and I dropped it into the sink. Sorry, I dropped it on myself. It smudged all over my shirt, and then proceeded to smudge all over the bathtub, not bathtub, the bathroom sink. And it's stained, and I have to go clean it up afterwards. It ruined my fucking lipstick. It pissed me off so much. Anyway, I now have more lipstick all over my hands. Okay, what are you talking about? There was no third explosion.
Silence.
Indeed, you are correct. Hey, the boy who foretold disaster. Oh, that's a nice name. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. And thank you. But that is thanks to Detective Arm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin beside the witness stand, that would be a bomb transport case. We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here. It was found in the lounge. A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy. Uh-oh. What?! On the second floor of the main building. One on the launch pad and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated, for had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been immolated.
Objection!
Objection! Ah! Before you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me. Ugh. It's like he's reading my mind. That's a funny callback to, like, 20 minutes ago, when he actually was reading his mind. As it is still undergoing forensic investigation, I do not have the evidence on hand. However, know that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Oh, fuck. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch. Wait. You found what? I suspected the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director and Detective Arms stumbled upon the murder. So, he thought to hide it in his pocket. Feeble-brained that he is. Ugh. No, Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that. Yeah, the Dark Age of the Law! Ah! He wants the trial to be over before the evidence is investigated. Yeah, yep. Justice Dono, open your eyes and see the truth. This appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosions. Judge? Judge! Please! Please! No! There has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth. Still can't accept it? You'll believe in your client, come what may? And then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself? This has got to be a trap. It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game. That's a fucking fourth wall break. That's a fourth wall break. Yeah, it seemed like he was waiting for me to bring up the body moving issue. Why do you say that? Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out. And to really rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve, too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down. Then, making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan, too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him. Blackwell dog ending. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Now, let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself. Famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Solomon Starbuck, astronaut. How did this happen? Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony? No. Well, unfortunately, no is not an option. You are being accused of the Space Center bombing and the murder of Clay Terran. Please testify to these allegations. Mind if I take this suit off? It's getting really heavy.
Silence.
Low polyhawk. Okay, cool, fun fact. The sound you hear associated with bald eagles on TV is actually a red-tailed hawk because bald eagles don't actually sound cool IRL. Wait, are they the ones that sound like they, like, screech? I feel like I've seen a video with the real sound of, like, the hawk. And it made it sound really funny. I feel like I might have seen this before. It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins. Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your life. That was so lame. Banish me to the moon. I don't care anymore. Wow! That was super negative. Is he gonna be alright up there? He'll be fine, I think. Does Taka make any sounds in game? I think so. I'm pretty sure I've heard him screech before. I could be making this up. I could be just imagining. It's don't remember. As long as he totally, bleh. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is. I didn't kill him. All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Clay had passed out by the time we got to the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him. So, you assert you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim. Ha ha ha. Ha. But I bet you think I'm lying, right? Apollo did say he usually is pretty intense. But he's just upset now, I guess. So, I mean, he's being convicted of murder. So, I mean, I would be upset, too. I reserve all judgment until after I've heard your full testimony. I'm sure you don't believe me. I bet you don't even believe I'm an astronaut. I don't think the judge doubts that. Who'd wear a suit like that except an astronaut? I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous, though I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy. God. I guess I'm just a big disappointment. I really don't care what happens anymore. Oh no, he's completely given up. Wait, who is that? That wasn't him, was it? Oh, okay. What a depressing fellow. If you were to join me in the clink, I imagine that annoying sign of yours rub off on the other inmates. Like how it rubbed off on oh, that was okay, that was Prosecutor Blackwell doing it. It said question mark, question mark, question mark, and I hate when it does that because I don't know who I'm supposed to be voice acting for. Like how it rubbed off on Prosecutor Blackwell a second ago? Huh? That was Blackwell's sign? Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? What does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun-shy now. It's time to find out the truth. Does look like a Crayola marker tip, yes. 100%. All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket.
Hold it!
So what you're saying is that the victim was still alive at that time? Of course, he was alive and well.
Silence.
If so, then you admit you took a man who was alive and well, and silenced him permanently with this? What? No. Black hole confirmed, dead ahead. Ah! It's no good, Captain. I'm getting sucked in! Mr. Starbuck, you're not in space. Please give your testimony seriously. It was just nerves, but maybe I shouldn't have said he was alive and well. It was more like he was slumped over. Those are completely opposite ends of the spectrum. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor.
Hold it!
Is that the elevator inside the launch pad area? That's right. We always use it to get to and from the cockpit. That makes sense. So he was just using the route he always used. In spite of the fact that there had just been an explosion? Huh? I think Mr. Starbuck is hiding something. Something pretty big. So you're saying I should check that state? Hold on, what was that statement? What did that statement say? Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Let's look at our evidence. That's a thing, right? The second floor? Where did the Telefrance... Oh, it didn't show up. Oh my god, the alert came through and I was like, who played that? It didn't show up anywhere. But then it refreshed in the chat. Telefrance. Okay, so I don't think he could take the elevator, right? The elevator was like fucking blown up, right? Does it say when that happened? No, of course not. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna press some of these other things. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate.
Hold it!
Passed out? Why was he passed out? Probably because of the explosion. The noise and vibrations were incredible. It's little wonder a person would pass out, right? I guess? Not that I'd know. I've been hit by space debris. The main engine's on fire, it's gonna blow. Ah! God damn it, I wish I had some explosion gifts to play. Yes, I see. It does make sense that someone would pass out. Especially if the person in question is Mr. Starbuck. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna present this piece of evidence about the bombing to this. Boom! Bang! 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 Boom! Oh, sorry, bong! A bong! Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible. Was I not being accurate? No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level. What makes you say that, Mr. Justice? Please recall where the bomb went off in Launchpad 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames. Oh, you're right, which means... Exactly, the Launchpad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words... Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. What's with the helmet? Mission command, mission command. Do you read me? Come in, please.
Objection!
This is mission command. I order you to pay attention! Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck. My helmet. My oxygen tank! Oxygen concentration and body temperature declining. Requesting medical assistance. Apollo, not impressed. Mr. Starbuck, we are not in space right now. Please stop pretending that you have lost consciousness and stand back up. Ugh, I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth. I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck the astronaut. Yeah, he seemed more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement? Yeah, Paul is very done with this case. About how you use the middle level elevator. I was nervous and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually, took a different route, I think. A different route? I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time. I'll get right to it this time. Maybe. No, I mean, probably. Probably. It's understandable to be nervous, but please let me remind you that accuracy is paramount in court. Judge, are you fucking serious? How many people are you gonna let get away with that and then you're like, no, No, astronaut, you cannot lie in court. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it. Let's see. My escape route. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe, probably. With a capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator? That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used that ladder to get to the middle level. Wait, how did he carry him down a ladder? Or up a ladder? What? Okay. Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we could make our escape that way. Thanks, Winter. I will check that out afterwards. The judge may be the real killer this time after all. He's finally showing interest. Yeah. I mean, if he dropped him, he might admit to killing him, though. That seems like it's a very long ladder to span, like, 3 floors. And the capsule you mentioned. I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Terran here. Was the capsule that important that you'd risk your life to take it with you? It almost goes without saying, but yeah. That capsule contains asteroid samples. Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With his spacesuit on, Clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule was also important. Dropped him and he fell on a knife. There we go. Case solved. I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is riding on your testimony. Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. I bet it's more comfortable than a spaceship. Okay. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now I took a different route. Maybe, probably. With the capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level on a fucking ladder.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth? How the fuck did you get down a ladder? Carrying clay and the asteroids in your arm. The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue. No, that's not right. So, I guess the Earth isn't blue? Yeah, that's it. The truth, Mr. Starbuck. Ah! The oxygen concentration's super low in this area! Repair the emergency oxygen tanks! Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw out the truth from him. Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Huh? Not as long as this was along the escape route. Oh my god, are we gonna get to point at a fucking ladder? We are. Hey guys, look at this ladder I can see. To get down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, you would also have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? I found a ladder! I found a ladder. Finally! It's more of a step ladder. Okay, listen! That is not a step ladder. No. I would 100% call that a ladder. Of course, that was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
But how would that work? At the time- sorry, I just hit the microphone. At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds. Oh. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what's on Earth.
Objection!
No. Apollo's not having this shit. But the space center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm? Is this a hentai game? While carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? Oh. So, Mr. Starbuck. How exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? He has a meter of cloth on either end of the bandage behind his head because he's trying to be stylish. It does look very stylish. Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth. Now! Ah! Engineer! Where's that engineer? Oxygen leak detected due to faulty maintenance. Evacuate immediately! What the fuck? He's flying the coop! Ah! Help! I'm caught on the ceiling! Help? Anyone? Bailiff, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once. Well, that's one way to take off while being questioned. I'd rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real. This is the weirdest case so far, and that's saying something. Oh, yeah. This is just the start of it. This is just the start of it. We have so much more to go. Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground? Yes, I apologize for losing control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Fucking finally? Oh my god, you bitch. Oh, not that. Anything but that. What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know. Starbuck really went yeet. Yeah, yeeted himself right into the rafters. It appears Spaceboy is prone to deception. Witness. Yikes. Yes? I thought your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect. Ah! Prosecutor Blackwell, please. Please don't talk about that. What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Wintermute. I have to make a note of something. Starbuck and Apollo were the main fighter pilots on Battlestar Galactica.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. It's a good observation. Didn't I already state that Spaceboy is ironically terrified of going into space? Did someone mention that earlier? I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if, like, Clay had anything to, but I don't know what Clay is a reference to. I guess just Earth, being Earth. I was wondering if there was a reference there, too. Anyway. That's why he took some precautions just before the launch. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system. Oh? I sense things are about to nosedive. You got it all wrong. I told them during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it? How could that be? Somebody must have slipped them to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened. What? Order in the court. We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything. Also, what drug is he taking that is making him, that is anti-anxiety and making him forget entire things that happened? Okay. What's in the box? Wait. Are you talking about the bomb box? Oh, yeah, Winter, you got here. I think you got here after we talked about that. This case is happening simultaneously. Like, it's the same day as the courtroom bombing. So that case, if you're looking at the box, that's the bomb box from the first case. This is the courtroom that gets blown up. So we kind of, I think, know how things are going to, like... But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Space Center really be cooking something in their labs? Yeah, I know, right? We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything. Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing. Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember? I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space. Maybe I really did do it. Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body. It does? So what is it? A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono. Oh, so they're saying he dropped him. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder. Oh my, I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down? Who would do such a disrespectable thing? Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself. So, you are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct. Really? Oh, thanks. Ah! Oh, a bird makes flapping noises. Huh? What's this? God, I really want to play Demon's Souls. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get a PS5 for a while here in Canada. It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why. Wait. Do we have a picture of this? That says 50 on it! Never mind. That's Larry. Not Larry. Starbucks. That doesn't look ruptured either, though. Did this happen before? No, it would have been after the ladder incident. Okay. All this has happened before. Yeah, and all this will happen again. Okay. Good Battlestar reference. You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body. I am, for they fracture easily when struck.
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel would leave its mark on the body. Yet, according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
A spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dono. It includes the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow. This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Objection!
Is that true? Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well? It should, and yet, through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way to its target. Yeah, fabric of tomorrow! What are the chances? You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself with knowledge of how the suits work. He's got me there. And now my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped the body from the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them. Yeah, okay, he said after, but... That doesn't look damaged. There's no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Terran. Ah! Here, the report regarding the astronauts' oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx. Now that's tomorrow's stream. That's when we play Hades. The victim's tank was ruptured, and it had 0% left. The defendant had 80%. Remaining oxygen is displayed on the left shoulder. No, it's on. Okay, that is on their left shoulder, right? Yeah. How? Okay, yeah, the defendant had 80% left. That makes... does that track? How did it lose that much within the 2 seconds it took them to get down the ladder? The tank belonging to Starbuck, who claims to have carried the victim, said it was 80% full. Tanks were functioning properly at the time. Oh, at the time. Okay. But that doesn't make any sense, because then... I'm confused. Okay, this must be the contradiction that we have to present. This must be the contradiction. Yeah, I think I'm gonna present. I think I might be able to present after this. Okay. Hey, this report is pretty detailed. Yeah. Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows how much oxygen remains. I guess that means the glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen remaining. I'm done for. I'm going to prison instead of space. Space boy. Yes? Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars. You mean the stars as seen from prison? Apollo, see who always has your back. Yeah, the same can't be said when Athena's, defending and Apollo's like, haha, you got owned. Basically not helping, just pointing out Athena's mistakes the entire time. It's true, it is very true. Apollo just sits there laughing at Black Quill's jokes, while Athena gets pissed off at him. That doesn't seem very ergonomic of a display system. No, it would have to be a buddy system. You'd have to have a buddy to read it for you, to you. No, it's not a good system. That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time. That's not a half-bad thought. Mr. Starbuck. Prosecutor Blackwell got to him good. Spaceship prison cell, fly me, my guilt, and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then, let's get sucked into a black hole together!
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope. Oh? Yes, Apollo? You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you were an incredible man. He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. He said that. So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you, Clay Taryn. I wonder if Clay liked the song Fly Me to the Moon. Who doesn't like that song? It's a good song. For Clay. You're wasting your breath. What does the acronym stand for? I don't know right now, but I know with 100% certainty that they answer that later on. It happens, so I'm not gonna try to guess what it is right now. Actually, unless it says somewhere. No, I'm not gonna bother right now. I know they explain it later. Rah! Rah! Ah! Okay, for Clay! Okay, we're not depressed anymore. Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. Mr. Starbuck. I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. No, I haven't seen The Expanse. I've heard that was good. I know that's a sci-fi show. Right. We'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. Ah! You've ignited the booster rockets of my soul! I'm on fire! I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down. Balderdash. Fuck, I wish I could do a British accent. The sun, the moon, all of space is calling to me. Solomon Sol Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! Oh, fuck. He got up on his tippy toes there. Well, I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch. Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck. I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through. Play on both JAXA, and I don't know how to pronounce that. The Turnabout Trial, the Japanese title for the core Ace Attorney series, might also be a play on the English word galaxy. Okay. I thought they kind of... I thought they explained, like, what it stood for, but maybe I'm wrong. Kind of wish he just shot through the ceiling. Yeah, he didn't yeet himself this time. If you simpletons are done massaging one another's egos, no matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your baldness? I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it back into space. I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled! I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think! If the only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck? And if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is... if I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case, I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Okay, so I think this is the contradiction. Okay, hold on. Now let's see, about this data we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in Launchpad 1. But if I'm going to prove that false, then there must be something I can use here. Enough of this farce, your baldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. But about this oxygen tank data you submitted just now. It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Terran's had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report? Of course. Then I guess it simply means that it's faulty, as evidence goes. You will explain what you mean, Justice Dono. It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description, you'll see what I mean. I hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory. He wants to get the trial over before the court explodes, right? Yes, Your Honor, right away. This is the evidence the oxygen tank report stands in contradiction to. Okay, so I think it's the video footage. Right? Because this doesn't make any sense to me. Based on the way this report was written. So let's present this. And how does this evidence present a contradiction? The problem is this part here. I think it's this, right? We're just gonna drag this over to here. Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Terran. It appears to say 50. Yes, but according to our data, our client's tank had 80% remaining. The oxygen in the tank increased? I see Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there is a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond logical. Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
Silence.
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase. But what does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Objection!
Is it though? I'm gonna bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase just as your rations don't increase. Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence.
In that case, do you have an answer to this riddle in the mysteriously increasing oxygen? Or of the mysteriously increasing oxygen? You'd better not disappoint, or I'll declare the inconsistency as mere equipment malfunction. Prosecutor Blackwell has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So, do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased? Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have carried clay. So this man with 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, the display on his oxygen tank should have shown an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what I should be asking is not why did the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased. Am I making some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here? Well, Mr. Justice, we're waiting. Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased. The victim was carrying the defendant. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Which is great, because it means that Clay wasn't dead. Starbuck has no memory of that incident happening. And we save our case. Hey. What if it was the other way around? We're fucking turning it around. Turnabout. The other way around? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? Yeah, it's a turnabout. Surprise! Same defense, but upside down. As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in this footage. But it turns out, this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boarding lounge. It was what? Order, Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Terran? It's the only way the riddle on the increasing oxygen can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%. And when the victim was found in the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%. That's right! There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing. This means that Mr. Terran was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
Silence.
How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time. How did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't hurt me with a broken blade. Excuse me? Did you just insult his blade? Rude. It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating. But we have proven that Mr. Terran was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims. And opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. Ugh! There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements? Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police? Yeah, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. It seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these first two people on the scene. Score. Hell yeah, Apollo! Come to think of it, Detective Arms should be here in court right now. Bailiff, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand? I have an announcement, everyone! What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here. But please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but it's about to explode. What? Oh, fuck! A bomb? Now? Ah, everybody run! Ah, I don't want to die! Oh no, everybody's panicking.
Silence.
Oh, fuck. Headless chickens with a death wish. The lot of you, calm yourselves afore all else. Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here! But what about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish? I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow up the truth forever. Apollo, you should get your ass out of there. I refuse to let things end here. Apollo, Apollo, this is no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're going to die. Come on, this way. Hey, ouch, let me go. Apollo! Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet? Ah! Juniper! Are you alright? Apollo, no! Not that way! Ah! No, Apollo! He went to go save Junie! To be continued. Yes. Okay, that's the game. That's it for today. That was a good case. I really like this case. I really like this case in the next one. But that's it for now. We're going to find out what happens on Thursday.